My child, the answer you have been waiting for belongs to you, only to you, and it is closer than it has ever been. I want you to hear that before anything else tonight, because I know how long you have waited, and I know how quiet the heavens have seemed, and I know that somewhere along the way you began to wonder whether the answer was ever coming at all, or whether it was coming for everyone except you. So let me say it plainly, the way a father says the thing his child most needs to hear. The answer is yours. It has your name on it. It was never going to belong to anyone else, and it is on its way to you tonight. You have prayed prayers that no one else heard. You have whispered things in the dark that you never told another living soul. You have carried a specific longing, a specific ache, a specific question that you brought to me again and again until you grew tired of bringing it. And I want you to know that not one of those prayers fell to the ground. Not one of them was lost in the noise. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. Psalm 6:9. I heard every word. I kept every one. And the answer I have been preparing is not a general answer for a general crowd. It is the specific answer to your specific prayer, shaped for you, held for you, and now being released to you. There is something you must understand about the way I answer, my child. I do not deal in mass replies. When you prayed, I did not file your prayer into some great pile of requests to be handled in bulk. I bent down to listen to you, personally, the way I have always listened to the ones I love. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. Psalm 34:15. Attentive, not distracted, not half listening, not hearing you as one voice among millions. Attentive to your cry, specifically, the way a mother hears her own child's voice across a crowded room and turns instantly toward it. That is how I have heard you, and the answer that comes from that kind of listening is not generic. It belongs only to you. I know the enemy of your soul has whispered the opposite. He has told you that your prayers do not matter, that you are too small to be heard, that the silence means rejection, that the answer is coming for others but not for you. But he is a liar, and the father of lies, John 8:44, and you must stop building your understanding of your life on his testimony. The silence was never rejection. The waiting was never abandonment. I have been working on your answer the whole time you thought nothing was happening, preparing it carefully, timing it precisely, so that when it finally comes, it will be exactly right, exactly what you need, exactly when you can receive it, exactly the answer that belongs to you and no one else. Place your hand over your heart for a moment, my beloved, and feel it beating. I have kept that heart beating through every day of your waiting, through every night you cried out and heard nothing back, through every season you wondered if I had forgotten you. I never forgot you. Before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. Isaiah 65:24. Even before you found the words, I was already moving. Even while you were still speaking, I was already answering. The answer has been in motion longer than you know, and tonight it is nearer to you than it has ever been. So I am asking you to remain here with me through these next hours, not as one more disappointed night of waiting, but as the night something turns. Do not scroll past this and let it dissolve into the morning. This message came to you tonight for a reason, at this exact hour, in this exact season of your waiting, because the answer that belongs only to you is close, and I want you to be ready to receive it. Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. Tonight, my beloved, is a night for answers, yours, the one with your name on it, the one I have been holding all this time. Stay, and let me show you how near it has come. There was a man named Daniel who prayed in a foreign land, far from home, in a season when everything his people had hoped for seemed lost. He set his heart to seek me, and he prayed, and he waited. And while he was still praying, an angel came to him with a message I want you to hear, as if it were spoken over your own life. The angel said, Daniel, the moment you began to pray, an answer was given, and I have come to tell you, for you are highly loved. Daniel 9:23. The moment you began to pray, not after you had prayed long enough, not once you had proven yourself worthy. The very moment the prayer left your heart, the answer was already dispatched. I want you to understand what that means for the prayers you have been praying, my child. You have measured the nearness of your answer by how long you have waited and how much silence you have endured, and so you have concluded that the answer must be far away. But that is not how it works in my kingdom. Your words were heard, and I have come in response to them. Daniel 10:12. The answer to your prayer was set in motion the instant you prayed it. What has felt like silence was never the absence of an answer. It was the answer traveling toward you, moving through circumstances you could not see, overcoming obstacles you knew nothing about, making its way to your exact address at the exact right time. And notice what the angel called Daniel, highly loved. That was the reason the answer came so quickly and so personally. Not because Daniel was powerful, not because his prayer was eloquent, but because he was loved. And you, my beloved, are loved no less than Daniel was. You are highly loved, dearly loved, loved with a love that bends the heavens toward your whispered prayers. How great is the love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. 1 John 3:1. The answer that belongs to you is not coming because you earned it. It is coming because you are loved, and love does not ignore the cry of the one it loves. So when you have felt that your prayers disappeared into an empty sky, hear the truth tonight. They did not disappear. They were heard the moment you prayed them, and the answer has been on its way ever since. Daniel's answer was delayed not by my unwillingness, but by a battle in the unseen realm that the angel had to press through to reach him. There are things happening on your behalf, in places you cannot see, that you know nothing about. The answer is not lost, it is in transit, it is coming, and it belongs only to you. Do not grow weary in the waiting, my beloved, and do not let the delay convince you that the answer is not real. The waiting is not the proof that I have said no. The waiting is the space in which the answer ripens and the path is cleared, and you yourself are prepared to receive it. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. Your answer will certainly come. It was given the moment you began to pray, and tonight it is nearer than it has ever been. There was a king named Hezekiah who became so ill that the prophet came and told him to put his house in order, for he would not recover. And Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and wept bitterly. And he prayed, not a polished public prayer, but the raw, desperate prayer of a man at the end of his strength. And before the prophet had even left the palace, I sent him back with a new message. Go back and tell Hezekiah, I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. 2 Kings 20:5. I have heard your prayer. I have seen your tears. Two things, my beloved, and I want you to hold both of them tonight. I have heard your prayer, the words you brought me, even the ones that came out broken and unsure. But more than that, I have seen your tears, the tears you cried when no one was watching, the tears you wiped away before anyone could see, the tears that fell into your pillow in the dark, that you were certain fell into emptiness, that you thought no one in heaven or earth ever noticed. I saw every one of them. You keep track of my sorrows. You put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? Psalm 56:8. Your tears are not invisible to me. I have collected them, counted them, kept them. They are written in my book. And the answer I am sending is an answer to your tears as much as to your words. This is how personal your answer is, my child. It is not a reply to a formal request. It is the response of a father who watched his child weep and could not bear it any longer. When Hezekiah wept, I did not wait for him to compose himself, to pray more eloquently, to earn his healing. His tears moved me, and I turned the whole thing around before the prophet had even reached the middle courtyard. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Your brokenness has not pushed me away, it has drawn me near. The very tears you were ashamed of are the tears that moved my hand. So if you have cried in secret over the thing you have been praying for, if you have wept in the night and felt foolish for it, or felt that your tears were a sign of weak faith, hear me tonight. Your tears were heard in heaven. They were not weakness. They were prayers too deep for words, and I received every one. Record my misery. List my tears on your scroll. Psalm 56:8. They are on my scroll, my child, and the answer that belongs to you is, in part, my answer to those very tears, the ones you thought no one saw. And like Hezekiah, you may find that the answer is not only what you asked for, but more. Hezekiah asked to live, and I gave him 15 years, and a sign in the heavens to confirm it, and a deliverance for his whole city besides. I am able to do immeasurably more than all you ask or imagine, according to the power at work within you. Ephesians 3:20. The answer that belongs to you may be larger than the prayer you prayed. You asked for one thing. I have been preparing something that meets that need and reaches beyond it, because that is how a father loves. Your tears were seen, your prayer was heard, and the answer is on its way. But I know there is a question that has been sitting in your heart through all of this, my beloved, and I will not pretend I do not hear it. If the answer was given the moment I prayed, you are wondering, then why has it taken so long? Why the silence? Why the years? Let me answer you honestly, because you deserve the truth and not a comfortable evasion. The delay was never my forgetting you. The delay was my preparing, both the answer for you and you for the answer. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Your answer has a season, and I have been bringing that season to ripeness with the same care a gardener gives to fruit that must not be picked too soon. If I had given you the answer the moment you first asked, it would have come to a version of you that was not yet ready to hold it. The waiting has been doing something in you that you could not see, deepening your roots, strengthening your trust, shaping you into the person who can receive this answer and carry it well, rather than be crushed by it. We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. Romans 5:3-4. The waiting was not wasted on you. It was building in you the very capacity the answer requires. A gift given too early can become a burden. A gift given in its season becomes a blessing. And there were things that had to be arranged that you knew nothing about. The answer that belongs to you depends on circumstances aligning, on other hearts moving, on doors opening that were not yet open, on a precise moment when everything would be ready at once. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. I have been establishing steps you could not see, not only yours, but the steps of every person and every circumstance your answer depends upon. What looked like delay was 1,000 things being moved quietly into place so that when your answer comes, it comes complete and right and lasting. So do not read the delay as denial, my child. They are not the same thing, though the enemy works hard to make them feel identical. A delay is an answer that is still on its way. A denial is an answer that will never come, and I have not denied you. The vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. Habakkuk 2:3. Appointed. Your answer has an appointed time, set by me, chosen in love, timed to the exact moment when it will do the most good in your life. That time is not behind you, lost. It is ahead of you, coming. And it is closer tonight than it has ever been. You have trusted me with your eternity, my child. Will you trust me with your timing? The same God who is wise enough to save your soul is wise enough to time your answer. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Everything. In its time. Not in the time your anxiety demanded, but in the time my wisdom appointed. The time when the answer and the moment and the prepared heart all meet together, and the beauty of it is complete. Trust the timing of the one who loves you. The answer is yours. It is coming. And it will be worth the wait. There was a man named Cornelius who prayed regularly and gave to those in need, and one afternoon an angel appeared to him with a message that I want you to receive as if it were spoken to you. The angel said, "Cornelius, your prayers and your gifts to the poor have come up as a memorial offering before God." Acts 10:4. Your prayers have come up before God. Think of what that means, my child. Your prayers did not vanish into the air. They rose, they ascended. They reached the very throne of heaven and gathered there before me, like incense, like a memorial, a permanent record of every time you cried out to me. May my prayer be set before you like incense. Psalm 141:2. That is what your prayers have been doing all this time you thought nothing was happening. Every prayer you prayed over your situation rose and gathered before my throne, and not one of them was forgotten. They have been accumulating before me, a memorial of your faith, a record of your longing, and I have kept every one. The golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of God's people. Revelation 5:8. Your prayers are kept in golden bowls before my throne, my child. They are that precious to me. They are that permanent. They are that real. And notice how I answered Cornelius. I did not send him a vague feeling or a general blessing. I sent him a specific messenger with specific instructions to his specific house, addressing his specific need. I told the angel exactly where to send the answer, to the house of Cornelius, by name. This is how I answer the ones I love, specifically, personally, to the exact address of the exact need. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. Your answer is not being sent to a crowd. It is being sent to you, by name, to the exact place where you are, addressing the exact thing you have prayed about. So when your answer comes, my beloved, do not be surprised at how perfectly it fits, how it seems made for you, how it touches the precise place you have been aching, how it could not possibly have been meant for anyone else. That is because it was made for you. It was shaped from the prayers you prayed, addressed to the need you carried, sent to the exact address of your life. The very hairs of your head are all numbered. Matthew 10:30. I know you that completely. And the answer that belongs to you is that precisely fitted to your life, because it comes from a God who knows you down to the number of the hairs on your head. Your prayers have come up before me, my child. They are gathered in golden bowls before my throne. And the answer to them is not generic, not delayed by my indifference, not lost in a crowd. It is specific, it is personal, it has your name on it, and it is being sent to the exact address of your exact need, tonight, nearer than it has ever been. I once told a story about a widow to teach my people that they should always pray and not give up. Luke 18:1. There was a widow who kept coming to a judge with one request: grant me justice against my adversary. And though the judge cared nothing for her at first, she would not stop coming, and finally, worn down by her persistence, he gave her what she asked. And then I said this, and I want you to hear it as if I am saying it directly to you. Will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. Luke 18:7-8. I told that story for the season you are in right now, my child. The season when you have prayed so long that you have been tempted to give up, to stop asking, to conclude that the answer is never coming. I told it precisely so you would not give up. Because here is the difference the story reveals. If even an unjust judge, who cared nothing for the widow, finally answered her persistence, how much more will I, who love you, who chose you, who collect your tears in a bottle, answer the cry of my own child? Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. If we do not give up now, my child. You are so much closer than you think. The widow's persistence was not nagging that annoyed me into answering. Your continued prayers are not you wearing me down. They are the evidence of a faith that refuses to let go, and that kind of faith is precious to me. I am not the reluctant judge in the story. I am the opposite of him. He answered grudgingly to be rid of her. I answer gladly because I love you. If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? Matthew 7:11. How much more? That is the whole point. Whatever you can imagine of a good father's eagerness to bless his child, I am infinitely more eager than that. And notice the word I used. Quickly. He will see that they get justice, and quickly. You may be thinking, but it has not felt quick. I have waited so long. Yet from the vantage of eternity, from the perspective of the one who sees your whole life and the whole of what is coming, the answer is quick, and it is near, and the long night of waiting is almost over. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Psalm 30:5. The night has felt long, but the morning is almost here. The rejoicing is almost here. The answer that belongs to you is almost here. So pray once more tonight, my beloved, even if you had nearly given up. Lift the request you have carried for so long one more time, not in desperation, but in faith. The faith of the widow who would not stop. The faith that knows the answer is coming. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. Matthew 7:7. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. The door you have been knocking on for so long is about to open, because the one on the other side of it is not a reluctant judge, but a loving Father who has heard you every single time, and whose answer is already on its way. There was a night when Jacob wrestled with me until daybreak. He had come to a crossroads of fear, with nowhere left to turn, and in the dark a man met him, and they struggled all through the night. And when the dawn was breaking, and the man saw that Jacob would not give up, he asked to be released. But Jacob held on and said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. Genesis 32:26. And I did not rebuke him for his persistence. I blessed him. I gave him a new name, and the answer he had wrestled for through the long night came with the morning light. There is a holy persistence, my beloved, that holds on to me through the long night and will not let go until the blessing comes. It is not unbelief. It is the deepest kind of faith, the faith that refuses to release its grip on God, even when the night is long and the answer has not yet come. If you have been wrestling through a long night with your prayer, holding on, refusing to give up, that is not faithlessness. That is the faith of Jacob, and it is precious to me. Hold on, the dawn is breaking. The blessing is coming with the morning. And notice, my beloved, that Jacob's long night of wrestling ended at daybreak. The struggle did not go on forever. There was a morning appointed when the holding on gave way to the blessing. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Psalm 30:5. Your night of wrestling also has an appointed daybreak. The grip you have kept on me through the dark is about to be rewarded, not because you wore me down, but because I have always intended to bless the one who would not let me go. So do not release your hold tonight, even as you rest. You can hold on to me and rest in me at the same time, the way a child holds a parent's hand even as she falls asleep. Let your last waking thought be the prayer of Jacob. I will not let you go unless you bless me. And let your sleep be the rest of one who knows that the one she is holding is faithful, and the daybreak is near, and the blessing wrestled for through the long night is about to come with the morning light. Now let me show you how to recognize your answer when it begins to come, my beloved, because it often begins smaller than you expect. After a long drought, my prophet Elijah prayed for rain, and then he sent his servant to look toward the sea. The servant came back and said there was nothing. 6 times he looked, and 6 times there was nothing. But Elijah kept praying, and the 7th time, the servant said, "A cloud as small as a man's hand is rising from the sea." 1 Kings 18:44. A cloud the size of a hand. That was all. After all that praying, the answer began as something so small you could have covered it with your palm. But Elijah knew. He knew that the small cloud was the beginning of the great rain, and he was right. Within moments, the sky was black with clouds, and a heavy rain was falling. Your answer may begin like that, my child, as a cloud the size of a hand. Not the full downpour all at once, but a small sign, a slight shift, a quiet beginning that you could easily overlook if you were only watching for the dramatic. Do not despise the day of small things. Zechariah 4:10. When the first small sign of your answer appears, do not dismiss it because it is not yet the whole thing. The cloud the size of a hand is not nothing. It is the front edge of the downpour. It is the first evidence that the rain you prayed for is on its way. This is why I am telling you to watch and not to give up at the 6th look when you see nothing. Elijah's servant looked 6 times and saw only empty sky. If Elijah had stopped at the 6th look, he would have missed the answer that came on the 7th. But he kept looking, and he kept praying, and the answer came. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. Hebrews 10:23. Keep looking, my child. You may have looked many times and seen nothing. Look again. Your 7th look may be the one where the small cloud appears on the horizon of your life. And when it appears, when the first small sign of your answer comes, respond the way Elijah did. He did not wait for the full rain to fall before he believed. The moment he heard about the cloud the size of a hand, he prepared for the downpour, because he knew that the small beginning was the guarantee of the full answer. Faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews 11:1. Have the faith to recognize the small cloud as the beginning of your rain. Have the faith to prepare for the fullness when you have only seen the first edge of it. Your answer is rising, my beloved, even now, like a cloud rising from the sea. It may still be small on the horizon, easy to miss, not yet the full downpour, but it is rising. And the one who sent the rain in Elijah's day is sending your answer now, beginning perhaps as something small, but growing quickly into the fullness of everything you prayed for. Watch for it. Do not give up at the 6th look. Your 7th look is coming, and with it, the cloud, and then the rain. There was a priest named Zechariah, old now, who long ago had prayed for a child and had over the years quietly given up. He and his wife had grown old. The prayer had gone unanswered for so long that he no longer expected it, and he had made his peace with the silence. And then one day, as he served in the temple, an angel appeared to him and said, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to call him John." Luke 1:13. Your prayer has been heard. The prayer he had stopped praying, the prayer he had concluded, was dead. It had been heard, and the answer was coming, even after he had given up on it. I tell you this, my beloved, because perhaps there is a prayer you stopped praying long ago, a longing you buried because the waiting wore you down, a hope you laid to rest because it seemed too late, and you think that because you stopped asking, the answer stopped coming. But that is not how I work. I do not forget the prayers you have forgotten. I do not abandon the longings you laid down in weariness. Your prayer has been heard, even the old one, even the one you gave up on, even the one you are sure is too late. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18:14. The answer to a prayer you stopped praying can still be on its way, because I never stopped hearing it. And consider what happened when Peter was thrown in prison and the church gathered to pray for him through the night. While they were still praying, an angel woke Peter. His chains fell off, the iron gate opened by itself, and he walked free. He went to the house where they were praying and knocked at the door. But when the servant girl recognized his voice, she was so overjoyed she forgot to open it, and the others said she was out of her mind. They were praying for his release, and when the answer literally knocked at the door, they could hardly believe it. Peter kept on knocking, and when they opened the door and saw him, they were astonished. Acts 12:16. Do not be like them, my child, praying for an answer and then unable to believe it when it arrives. The answer to your prayer may come so suddenly, so completely, that your first instinct is disbelief. This cannot be it. This cannot be real. It cannot be that the thing I prayed for so long is actually here. But it can be, and it will be. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. When your answer knocks at your door, open it, believe it, receive it. Do not leave it standing outside because it seems too good to be true. It is true, it is your answer, and it has come. The God who answered the prayer Zechariah had given up on, and who answered the church's prayer while the words were still in their mouths, is the same God answering you. I am the same yesterday and today and forever. Hebrews 13:8. The answers I gave then, I still give now. The prayers I heard then, I still hear now. And the answer that belongs to you, whether it is a prayer you are still praying or one you gave up on long ago, has been heard and is coming and may be nearer to your door than you dare to believe. I want to say something now about why this answer belongs only to you, because I know you have a habit of looking at the answers other people have received and feeling that yours has been overlooked. You have watched others get the thing you prayed for. You have seen prayers answered all around you, while yours seemed to go unheard, and it has made you wonder whether you are somehow less loved, less worthy, less seen. But you have misunderstood the nature of your answer, my child. Your answer is not the same as theirs, and it was never meant to be, because your answer was shaped specifically for your life. I do not answer everyone identically, because no two of my children are the same. I knit each of you together individually in your mother's womb. I praise you, for you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:13 and 14. You are not a copy of anyone else, and so your answer is not a copy of anyone else's answer. The thing that was right for them might have been wrong for you. The timing that fit their life might have ruined yours. When you compare your answer to theirs, you are comparing two things that were never meant to match. Your answer was custom made, by hand, for the specific shape of your specific life. So stop measuring your answer by other people's answers. Stop letting their visible blessings make you feel forgotten. What I am preparing for you is not late because it is missing. It is different because you are different, and it is timed because your life required this timing. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. 1 Peter 4:10. My grace comes in various forms, my child, a different form for each of my children, fitted to each life. The form your answer takes will be exactly right for you, even if it looks nothing like the answer your neighbor received. And here is the freedom in that. Because your answer belongs only to you, no one can take it. The answer meant for you cannot be received by anyone else, cannot be stolen, cannot be given away to a more deserving person, because there is no one else it fits. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless. Psalm 84:11. The good thing appointed for you is held in reserve for you alone. It has your name on it, it waits for you, and when it comes, it will fit your life so perfectly that you will know, beyond any doubt, that it was made for you and could never have belonged to anyone else. This is the comfort I want you to sleep in tonight. You are not in a competition for a limited supply of answers. You are a child with a father who has prepared a specific answer for your specific prayer, and that answer is secure and personal and yours. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your love, O Lord, endures forever. Psalm 138:8. My purpose for you will be fulfilled, not someone else's purpose, yours. The answer that belongs to you is coming to you, and it could never have come to anyone else, because it was made, from the beginning, with your name on it. There was a widow, deep in debt, with creditors coming to take her 2 sons as payment, and all she had left in the world was a small jar of oil. She cried out to the prophet Elisha, and he asked her what she had, and then he told her something strange. Go and ask all your neighbors for empty jars. Don't ask for just a few. 2 Kings 4:3. Gather many, then pour your little oil into them. And as she poured, the oil kept flowing, filling jar after jar after jar, as many as she had gathered, until the last one was full, and only then did it stop. She sold the oil, paid her debt, and lived on the rest. The answer filled every vessel she had prepared. Hear what this means for you, my child. The answer kept flowing until there were no more jars to fill. The size of her answer was determined by how much room she made for it. If she had gathered only a few jars, she would have received only a little. Because she gathered many, she received much. Open wide your mouth, and I will fill it. Psalm 81:10. Make room for your answer. Do not pray small, timid prayers, and prepare for a small, timid answer. Gather many jars. Expect much. The God who answers you is not stingy, and the only limit on what you receive may be the size of the space you have prepared to receive it. So as you wait, prepare room in your heart for an answer larger than you have dared to expect. Stretch your faith wider. Ask boldly. You do not have, because you do not ask. James 4:2. Many of my children receive little, not because I am withholding, but because they have asked for little and prepared for little. Be like the widow who gathered every jar she could find. Make space for an abundant answer, and watch the oil keep flowing until every space you prepared is full. And notice, my beloved, that the widow had to act. She had to gather the jars and begin to pour before she saw the miracle. The oil did not multiply while it sat in the jar. It multiplied as she poured it out in faith. Faith without deeds is dead. James 2:26. There may be a step of faith your answer is waiting for, not to earn it, but to make room for it, to position you to receive it. When I show you the step, take it, gather the jars, begin to pour, and watch the answer flow to fill every space your obedience prepares. But I must address something that has stood between you and your answer, my child. Not on my side, but on yours. There is a quiet belief in you that you are not worthy to receive what you have been asking for. You have prayed, and then, in the same breath, you have wondered whether someone like you, with your failures and your past, has any right to expect an answer. And so even as the answer drew near, a part of you flinched away from it, certain you did not deserve it. I want to heal that tonight, because your sense of unworthiness has been holding back your hands from receiving what is already yours. Hear me clearly. Your answer does not come because you are worthy. It comes because I am good. It is not the gift of a payment you have earned. It is the gift of a Father who delights to give. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. James 1:17. The answer comes down from me, freely, as a gift, not up from you, as a wage. You could never have earned it. You do not have to. You only have to open your hands and receive what love is giving. Think of how I have always given. I did not wait for my people to become deserving before I answered them. I answered the doubting, the failing, the broken, the ones who had no claim on me but their need and my mercy. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5:8. While you were still failing, still doubting, still unworthy by your own measure, I was already giving everything for you. If I gave you my own Son while you were at your worst, how will I not also, along with him, graciously give you all things? Romans 8:32. The greater gift is already given. The answer to your prayer is the lesser gift, and it comes from the same love. So do not let the lie of unworthiness make you flinch away from your answer when it comes. When you see it approaching, do not say, "This cannot be for me. I do not deserve this." Say instead, "This is the gift of my Father, who loves me, and I receive it with thanks." Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Hebrews 4:16. With confidence, not with the cringing hesitation of one who expects to be turned away, but with the confidence of a beloved child who knows the Father's heart. Come to receive your answer with open hands and an open heart. And if doubt is mixed in with your faith, if you believe and disbelieve at the same time, if your trust is real but shaky, that is all right too. I am not waiting for perfect faith before I answer. A father once brought his suffering child to me and cried out, "I do believe. Help my unbelief." Mark 9:24. And I did not turn him away for the doubt mixed into his faith. I answered him, "Bring me the faith you have, my beloved, even if it trembles, even if it is the size of a mustard seed. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you." Matthew 17:20. Your small, trembling, doubt-mixed faith is enough to receive the answer that belongs to you. Open your hands, it is coming. And here is something that will steady you when your own prayers feel weak, my child. You have not been praying alone, even when your faith faltered, even when you ran out of words, even when all you could offer was a groan or a tear. There was one praying alongside you, for you the whole time. The Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26. When you could not find the words, my own Spirit was praying them for you perfectly before my throne. And more than that, my child, Christ Himself is interceding for you. He always lives to intercede for those who come to God through Him. Hebrews 7:25. At this very moment, your name is on the lips of the Son, who prays for you without ceasing. Once, before Peter faced his hardest hour, I said to him, "I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail." Luke 22:32. I say the same over you. I have prayed for you. Your faith, however small and shaken, is being upheld not only by your grip on me, but by my prayers for you. So your prayer for your answer has never been a lonely voice rising into an empty sky. It has been joined by my Spirit groaning within you, by my Son interceding above you, by the whole weight of heaven leaning toward the answer you seek. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. The God to whom you pray is also the God who prays for you. That is how completely you are surrounded by love. That is how certain your answer is. It is being prayed for from every side at once. Rest in that tonight, my child. Even if your own prayers run dry in the days ahead, the intercession does not stop. The Spirit keeps praying. The Son keeps interceding. The answer keeps coming, carried not only by your faith, but by the prayers of God Himself on your behalf. He who promised is faithful. Hebrews 10:23. You are prayed for. You are upheld. You are surrounded. Your answer is sure. I know the specific thing you have been praying about, my child. I know the exact situation that brought you here tonight. The one that has been sitting on your heart. The one you have prayed over more than any other. The one that may have been the very reason you could not sleep. I am not speaking to you in the abstract. I am speaking to that exact need, that exact longing, that exact prayer you have lifted to me so many times. Cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. I care about the specific thing, not a general version of it. The real, particular, detailed thing you have been carrying. So I am asking you to do something tonight that you may not have fully done before. Hand it to me completely, not partly, not while keeping one hand on it, ready to take it back. All of it. The whole weight of the situation, the whole burden of trying to solve it yourself, the whole exhausting effort of carrying it through every sleepless night. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. Commit it, truly hand it over, and let me be the one who works it out. You have carried it long enough. Tonight you can set it down. You have tried to answer your own prayer, my child. That is part of why you are so tired. You have lain awake trying to think your way to a solution, trying to control the outcome, trying to force a door that would not open. But the answer that belongs to you was never going to come from your striving. It is coming from me. It is not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord Almighty. Zechariah 4:6. The thing you could not accomplish by all your effort, I will accomplish by my Spirit. Stop striving. Let me work. The answer is mine to give, not yours to force. And do not be afraid that your situation is too tangled, too far gone, too impossible for even me to answer. You have looked at it from inside your own limited strength and concluded there is no way. But I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:19. The very situation you have written off as hopeless is the place I most delight to show that I am real and near and powerful on your behalf. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18:14. You know the answer. Nothing is too hard for me, not even the thing that has felt impossible to you for so long. So tonight, hand me the situation and then rest. You do not have to stay awake guarding it. You do not have to keep working on it through the night. I am awake, I am working. I am moving in it even now, in ways your sleeping mind could never accomplish. He grants sleep to those he loves. Psalm 127:2. Sleep, my beloved, and let me handle what you have handed me. The answer that belongs to you is being worked out by the one who never sleeps, who loves you, and who will not fail you. Rest in that. The situation is in good hands now, the best hands there are. I want you to understand the deepest reason your answer is coming, my beloved, because it will steady you long after tonight. Your answer is not coming primarily because your prayer was persistent, or because you finally had enough faith, or because you said the right words. Your answer is coming because you are loved. Your prayers matter to me because you matter to me. I am not answering a request from a stranger. I am answering my own beloved child, whom I have loved since before the world was made. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31:3. You were known before you were born, chosen before you drew breath, loved before you could do a single thing to earn it. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1:5. The love that is sending your answer is older than your life, older than your failures, older than anything that could make you feel unworthy of it. It is the love that formed you, the love that has held your breath in your lungs every day of your life, the love that bent the heavens to hear your whispered prayers. You are not loved because your prayers were answered. Your prayers are answered because you are loved. And this love is not fragile, not conditional, not something you could lose by failing. It is the most secure thing in the universe. Neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate you from the love of God. Romans 8:38 and 39. Nothing can separate you from this love. And because nothing can separate you from the love, nothing can finally separate you from the answer that the love is sending. The answer is as secure as the love, and the love is as secure as my own unchanging nature. So when you receive your answer, my beloved, do not receive it merely as a problem solved. Receive it as a love letter, as proof in your hands that you are seen and known and treasured by the God who made you. The answer is the message, but the message underneath the message is this: I love you. Let that love be the ground you rest on tonight. Not only the hope of the answer, but the certainty of the love beneath it. Even if you had to wait one more day, one more season, you would still be loved exactly this much, because the love does not depend on the timing of the answer. The mountains may depart and the hills be removed, but my unfailing love for you will not be shaken. Isaiah 54:10. The love will never be shaken. And out of that unshakable love, your answer is coming, personal, certain, and yours, because you are mine, and I love you, and I have never once forgotten the cry of my own beloved child. Now, my beloved, let the night take you gently, for you have carried this prayer long enough to be weary, and tonight you may rest. You have done the hard part. You have prayed and waited and kept believing through the silence. Now there is nothing left to do but rest in the keeping of the one who holds your answer. He grants sleep to those he loves. Psalm 127:2. You are loved. So now you may sleep, not the restless sleep of one who is still trying to solve everything, but the deep sleep of a child who has handed it all to a faithful father. Begin to breathe slowly with me. Draw a long, gentle breath all the way in and let it out even more slowly, releasing as it goes. The breath in your body is my gift. I formed you and breathed into you the breath of life. Genesis 2:7, and I have kept that breath going through every day of your waiting. Breathe in now and receive my peace. Breathe out and release the long weariness of the waiting. Again, breathe in the nearness of the God who hears you. Breathe out the anxiety of wondering whether the answer would come. There is no hurry now. There is only the breath, and the one who gives it, and the quiet. Let your shoulders lower from where they have been held tense for so long. Feel them drop, soften, release. You have carried this prayer on your shoulders like a weight, tightening a little more with every season it went unanswered. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. Psalm 55:22. Hand me the weight now, as your body releases it. Let the muscles of your neck and your shoulders unwind, one by one, as you finally let the one who holds your answer carry what was always too heavy for you to carry alone. Let the release move up into your face, the brow you have furrowed in worry, the jaw you have clenched without knowing it, the small tired muscles around your eyes that have cried more tears than anyone but me ever saw. Let all of it soften. You do not have to hold the worry on your face tonight. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Be still now. Let your face become smooth and untroubled, the face of a child who is loved and whose father is awake and at work, the face of one who knows the answer is in good hands. Let the warmth of that rest flow down through your chest, into the place where the longing has lived for so long, the deep place that has ached over this unanswered prayer, that has held the hope and the disappointment together until it grew tired. Let that place soften now. I am near to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34:18. And my hand is resting over that deep place in you tonight, and under my hand it can finally be still. Feel the tightness easing. Feel the long ache settling into peace. The answer is coming. You can rest now. You do not have to hold the longing so tightly anymore. Let the rest flow down through your arms, all the way to your hands, the hands that have been clasped so often in prayer, the hands that have gripped this situation so tightly, trying to hold it together. Let the fingers uncurl. Let the hands open, palms soft, no longer clutching. Into your hands I commit my spirit. Psalm 31:5. Let your open hands tonight be the sign of everything you are handing over, and the sign of everything you are ready to receive. Open hands cannot grip a worry, and open hands are the only kind that can receive a gift. Let your hands rest open tonight, empty of the burden, ready for the answer. Let the heaviness of rest sink down through your back, supported and held, and into your legs, growing warm and heavy, and all the way down to your feet. The feet that have walked the long road of this waiting, that have carried you through every day you wondered if the answer would ever come. Let them be still now. The waiting is almost over. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news. Isaiah 52:7. And good news is coming to you, my child. Let your feet rest. The road of waiting has nearly reached its end. Now your whole body is heavy and still and at peace. And as you drift towards sleep, let me lay the truths of tonight over you, like a warm covering, one by one, to sleep inside of. Your prayers were heard. Let that be the first covering. Not one of them was lost. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. Psalm 6:9. Every word you prayed rose before me and was kept. Sleep inside that. You were never praying into emptiness. You were always heard. Your tears were seen. Let that be the second covering. The ones you cried in secret. The ones you thought no one noticed. I saw every one, and I kept them in my bottle. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. Psalm 56:8. Sleep inside that. Your tears were never wasted. They were prayers I received. Your answer is on its way. Let that be the third covering. It was given the moment you began to pray, and it has been traveling toward you ever since. I have come in response to your words. Daniel 10:12. Sleep inside that. The answer is not lost, not denied, not forgotten. It is coming, and it is near. The answer belongs only to you. Let that be the final covering, the one closest to your skin. It has your name on it. It was made for your life, fitted to your need, and it could never belong to anyone else. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. Sleep inside that, my child. Your answer is yours. It is personal. It is coming, and it is near tonight as it has never been before. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Be still now. Let the striving of your mind grow quiet. Let the years of wondering settle into rest. Be still and know. Not work to understand. Just know, the way a child knows it is safe in its father's house, that I am God, that I heard you, that I am answering, and that the one who holds your answer is holding you too tonight, and will not let you go. Let me draw the covering of my protection over the whole of this night, my beloved, for you do not sleep unguarded. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91:1. You are dwelling in that shelter tonight. The same God who holds your answer holds the night around you, and nothing reaches you that does not first pass through his hands. You are not exposed. You are not alone in the dark. You are sheltered by the one who loves you and is answering you. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield. Psalm 91:4. Picture it, my child, covered, the way a mother bird covers her young, tucked beneath the wing where it is warm and dark and utterly safe, where the storm may rage outside but cannot reach within. That is where you are sleeping tonight, under the wing of the one who heard your every prayer, kept your every tear, and is sending your answer even now. Rest there. You are safe. You are kept. You will not fear the terror of the night. Psalm 91:5. The fears that have come to you in the dark, the anxious thoughts that rise when the lights go out, the dread that whispers the answer will never come, they have no authority over you here. Release them, every one, into the keeping of the one who guards you. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. Even now there are guardians appointed to your night, set there by my command, watching over the child I love while you sleep. You are surrounded. You are kept. You are not alone in this room, and you never have been. Because you have set your love upon me, says the Lord, I will deliver you. I will protect you, for you know my name. You will call upon me, and I will answer you. I will be with you in trouble. Psalm 91:14 and 15. You will call upon me, and I will answer you. There it is again, my child, my promise, in my own words. You call, and I answer. You have called, I am answering. And I will be with you in the trouble until the answer is complete, never leaving your side, never failing the child who set her love upon me. So let your whole body sink now into that safety. Let the last tension leave you. Let the breath go slow and deep and easy. You are sheltered by the Most High, covered by the Almighty, guarded through the night, held by a love that nothing can break, and answered by a God who never fails. There is nothing left for you to do tonight but rest. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord. Make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. In peace, in safety, in the keeping of the one who heard you, and holds you, and will be faithful through this whole night, until the morning light. And here is what I am doing while you sleep, my beloved, so you can release yourself fully into the rest. Your answer does not pause when you close your eyes. All through the night, while you rest, I am at work, moving in the situation you handed me, aligning the circumstances, softening the hearts, opening the doors, bringing your answer nearer with every passing hour of the dark. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. In vain you rise early and stay up late. Psalm 127:1 and 2. You have risen early and stayed up late, laboring over this. Tonight you may finally let me build while you rest. I will accomplish more in the hours of your sleep than all your striving ever could. Consider how the answer advances even in the dark. The way a seed grows in the night. A farmer scatters seed, night and day. Whether he sleeps or gets up, the seed sprouts and grows, though he does not know how. Mark 4:27. He does not have to stay awake to make the seed grow. It grows in the dark, in the soil, while he sleeps. So your answer is growing tonight, advancing toward you, ripening toward the moment of its arrival, while you do nothing but rest. You do not have to stay awake to make it come. Sleep, my child. The answer is moving toward you in the dark. If you wake in the night, do not let the old worry rush back in. In the quiet of the night watches, simply remember that I am near, and that your answer is nearer than it was when you fell asleep. On my bed I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night. Psalm 63:6. If you wake, wake into my presence. Breathe one breath of trust. Remember that I am working while you rest, and sink back down into sleep, knowing that the night is not empty time, but the very hours in which your answer is being carried toward you. For my eyes are on you even in the deepest sleep, when you are aware of nothing at all. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Psalm 121:3 and 4. I do not sleep, my child, so you can. I will keep the watch all through the dark, and I will keep your answer moving toward you, and I will be holding you the whole time. Nothing will be lost, nothing will be dropped. The work continues, faithful and certain, all the way through the night, until the morning comes. So give yourself fully to the rest now. Stop holding even the smallest corner of the worry. Let it all go into the hands of the one who is working while you sleep, bringing your answer nearer with every hour. The deepest work is not done by your striving, but by my grace, much of it in the hours when you are doing nothing at all but resting in my love. Rest, then. Rest completely, and trust that you will be one night closer to your answer when you wake than you are right now. And let your last drifting thoughts turn gently toward the morning, my beloved, because the morning carries mercies that are new. Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Lamentations 3:22 and 23. You will not wake to leftover grace scraped thin. You will wake to mercy newly made, full and warm, enough for the day. And perhaps, my beloved, the morning will carry more than mercy. Perhaps it will carry the first edge of your answer. So many of my answers come with the dawn. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Psalm 35. I do not tell you that your answer will come at any exact hour, for I keep the timing in my own wise hands. But I tell you to wake expectant, watching, ready, because you do not know which morning will be the morning. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my requests before you, and wait expectantly. Psalm 5:3. Wait expectantly, my child. Wake each morning with your eyes open for the cloud the size of a hand, for the small first sign, for the quiet beginning of the answer that belongs to you. It could be tomorrow, it could be soon. Live ready. And even on the mornings the answer has not yet fully come, you will not wake alone, and you will not wake without mercy. The God who held you through the night will greet you in the light. The God who heard your prayers will be nearer than your own breath. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. Each new day is a gift from the one who is answering you, and each one carries you closer to the fullness of what you have prayed for. Wake into the day with hope, not because you can see the answer yet, but because you know the one who is sending it. So sleep toward the morning without fear, my beloved. The waiting is almost over. The answer is almost here. And whether it comes with this dawn or another, it is coming, because it was given the moment you prayed, and it has been traveling toward you ever since, and not all the silence of all the long nights could stop what my love set in motion. He who promised is faithful. Hebrews 10:23. He who promised your answer is faithful, and he does not fail, and the morning he has appointed for your answer is drawing near. Sleep now, and wake to his new mercies, and watch for the answer that belongs to you. As you rest, my beloved, let me turn your heart back to remember the prayers I have already answered in your life, because remembering steadies the soul that is still waiting. Think back. There were prayers you prayed in seasons past that you were sure would never be answered, and they were. There were situations you thought were hopeless, and somehow a way appeared. There were nights you cried out from the bottom, certain no one heard, and yet here you are, still standing, carried through by a hand you could not see. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Psalm 34:4. You have a history with me, my beloved, even if you have forgotten it. Set up a marker in your memory tonight, the way my prophet Samuel once took a stone and named it, saying, "Thus far the Lord has helped us." 1 Samuel 7:12. Thus far, I have helped you. Every prayer I have already answered is evidence, proof in your own life, that I hear you, that I answer, that I do not abandon the cry of my child. And the God who answered you then is the same God who is answering you now. He does not change. I am the Lord, I do not change. Malachi 3:6. So let the memory of my past faithfulness become the ground of your present trust. If I answered you before, and I did, then I will answer you again, because my character has not changed, and my love has not cooled. He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? Romans 8:32. The one who already gave you the greatest answer, at the greatest cost, will not withhold this answer now. Your whole history with me is a record of a God who hears and answers. This prayer will be one more entry in that record. And let gratitude rise in you now, quietly, as the sleep gathers, not forced, but the natural overflow of a heart remembering how faithful I have been. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 107:1. Thank me even now, before the answer has fully come, not because you are pretending it has arrived, but because you trust the one who is sending it. In every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6. With thanksgiving, gratitude is the posture of the heart that already trusts the answer is on its way. The heart that lies down giving thanks rises in the morning expecting good. So let thanksgiving be the last work of your heart tonight. Thanks for the prayers already answered. Thanks for the love that has never failed. Thanks for the answer that is coming even now. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. Philippians 4:7. Let that peace stand guard over you through the night, born of gratitude, resting in the faithfulness of the God who has answered you before and is answering you still. And let me open your eyes, my beloved, to the answers you may not have recognized as answers. You have been watching for one specific reply, in one specific form, and so you may have walked past 100 quiet answers I have already given. The strength that carried you through a day you thought you could not survive. The door that closed and spared you from harm you never saw. The unexpected provision that came just in time. The peace that settled on you in a moment it had no earthly reason to come. Every good and perfect gift is from above. James 1:17. Many of those gifts were answers, my beloved, even if they did not look like the answer you were waiting for. I have been answering you all along, in ways large and small, woven quietly through your days. The very fact that you are still standing, still believing, still here tonight, is itself an answer to prayers you may have forgotten you prayed. You have been protected, sustained, guided, and provided for in countless hidden ways. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Psalm 126:3. If you look back with open eyes, you will see my fingerprints all over your life, answers you received without recognizing the one who sent them. So do not let the one answer you are still waiting for blind you to the many answers already given. Gratitude for the answers you can see strengthens your faith for the answer still to come. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. As you count the quiet answers of your past, your heart will grow more certain of the answer in your future, because the God who answered you in all those hidden ways is the same God who is answering you now in the thing you await. Let that fill you with quiet wonder tonight, my child. The realization that you have been more answered, more cared for, more attended to than you ever knew. And the one who has been answering you in 1,000 unseen ways is not about to stop now. He has been faithful in all things. Lamentations 3:23. The hidden answers were real. The coming answer is real, and the love behind all of them has never once failed you. Consider what it will be like when your answer finally comes, my beloved, so you can rest tonight in the anticipation of it. There will be a moment, perhaps quiet, perhaps sudden, when you realize that the thing you prayed for so long has come, and a joy will rise in you that the long waiting will make even sweeter. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Psalm 126:1 and 2. Like those who dreamed, that is how it will feel, almost too good to be real. The answer so long awaited that its arrival will seem like waking into a dream. The laughter that has been absent will return. The songs of joy will rise, and in that moment, all the long waiting will be transformed in your memory. The seasons that felt wasted will suddenly make sense. You will see why the timing was what it was, why the delay was necessary, how the answer that came was better than the one you would have settled for earlier. Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126:5. The tears you have sown in this long season are seed, and the harvest is coming, and the harvest will be joy. Not a single tear will have been wasted. Every one will have been part of the planting that produced the joy of the answer. So do not let the present waiting rob you of the joy that is coming. The waiting is not the end of your story. The answer is not the end either. The joy beyond the answer is what I am bringing you toward. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you. Isaiah 55:12. There is a joy ahead of you so full that creation itself seems to sing in it. That joy is part of the answer that belongs to you. It is coming with the answer, wrapped inside it, waiting to be unwrapped when the long-awaited thing finally arrives. And when it comes, my beloved, remember to tell of it, not to boast, but to testify, so that others who are still waiting can take heart. I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds. Psalm 9:1. Your answered prayer will become someone else's hope. The testimony of what I did for you will strengthen the faith of another who is still in the waiting you are almost through. Your joy will not be only for you. It will ripple outward, a light to others still sitting in the dark you are about to leave behind. But all of that is for the days ahead. Tonight, simply rest in the anticipation, the sweet settled expectation of a child who knows the gift is coming, even if it has not yet arrived. Sleep in the joy that is on its way. We wait in hope for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. Psalm 33:20 and 21. Let your heart rejoice tonight, not because the answer has come, but because you trust the one who is sending it, and you know deep down that the joy is coming, and it is yours, and it is near. I want to teach your heart one more thing as you drift, my beloved, because it will carry you through whatever shape your answer takes. Trust me not only for the answer, but trust me with the how and the when of it. You have prayed with a picture in your mind of exactly what the answer should look like, exactly when it should arrive, and I will answer. But sometimes the answer comes in a form even better than the one you imagined, by a path you did not expect. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5 and 6. Lean not on your own understanding. This is the hardest part for a heart that has waited long, because the waiting heart wants to control the answer, to dictate its form and its timing, to make sure it comes the right way. But you can trust me with the form, my child. I see what you cannot see. I know whether the thing you pictured would truly bless you, or whether something else, something you have not imagined, is the answer your life actually needs. My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways. Isaiah 55:8 and 9. So hold your picture of the answer loosely, and hold your trust in me tightly. If the answer comes exactly as you imagined, rejoice. And if it comes in a form you did not expect, trust that I knew something you did not, and that the answer I sent is better than the one you would have chosen. No good thing does the Lord withhold from those whose walk is blameless. Psalm 84:11. I will not withhold the good thing, but let me be the one who defines what the good thing is, because my sight is longer than yours, and my love is wiser than your fear. This is the deepest rest of all, my child, not merely trusting that the answer will come, but trusting the one who sends it so completely that you can release even the form and the timing into his hands. It is the rest of a child who does not need to control the gift because she trusts the heart of the giver. As a weaned child rests against its mother, so my soul is calm within me. Psalm 131:2. Be like that weaned child tonight, not fretting for the gift, but resting against the one who holds it, content simply to be held, trusting that what comes from his hand will be good. Rest in the giver tonight, not just the gift. The answer is precious, but I am more precious than the answer, and I am already yours, already here, already holding you, already nearer than the answer you await. Whom have I in heaven but you, and earth has nothing I desire besides you. Psalm 73:25. When you have me, you have the source of every answer, the one from whom all good things flow. Rest in having me tonight, and trust me with the rest, the how, the when, the form of the answer that belongs to you. It is all in good hands, it is all in loving hands. Sleep, and let me settle something deep in you tonight, my beloved, that will steady you no matter what comes. Your worth and your security do not rise and fall with the answer. You have tied so much of yourself to this prayer that a part of you fears what it would mean if the answer were delayed even longer, as though the waiting were a verdict on your value, as though an unanswered prayer meant you were unloved. But your worth was settled long before this prayer, and it cannot be touched by the timing of any answer. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31:3. A love that was yours before you prayed a single prayer, and will be yours long after every prayer is answered. You are not loved because your prayers get answered. You are loved because you are mine, and so your security does not rest on the trembling ground of outcomes. It rests on the unshakable ground of my love for you. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way. Psalm 46:1 and 2. Even if everything around you shifted, even if answers were delayed and circumstances shook, the ground of my love beneath you would not move. That is where your security lives, not in the answer, but in the one who loves you, whether the answer has come or not. This is what makes you free, my child. The one whose security depends on getting the answer is a slave to the outcome, tormented by every delay. But the one whose security rests in my love is free, free to wait without despair, free to trust without controlling, free to rest even before the answer comes, because the deepest thing is already settled. So do not be anxious about your life. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Matthew 6:33. Seek me first, rest in me first, and let the answer come as it will, knowing that whatever comes, you are already secure in a love that nothing can shake. For your truest answer has already been given. Before you ever prayed for the thing you are waiting on, I had already answered the deepest cry of your soul, the cry to be loved, to be known, to belong, to not be alone. He chose us in him before the creation of the world, Ephesians 1:4. That answer came before you were born, and it is permanent, and it is the foundation under every other answer you await. You are chosen, you are loved, you are mine. That is the answer beneath all answers, and it is already, forever yours. So rest tonight on the answer that has already come, the love that chose you before time, while you wait for the answer that is on its way. Let the settled thing hold you, while the awaited thing approaches. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. You are cared for, completely, tonight, answered or waiting, because you are loved with a love that does not depend on outcomes. Rest in that love. It is the most secure place in all the universe, and it is yours, and it is holding you right now. Let the sleep come deeper now, my child. Let your mind, which has worked so hard over this prayer for so long, finally lay down its labor. Your mind has turned this situation over 1,000 times, analyzing, planning, rehearsing, trying to think its way to the answer. But the answer was never going to come from your thinking, and tonight your mind can rest. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on you, because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3. Let your mind stay on me now, gently, not straining, just resting, the way a tired child's gaze rests on a parent's face. Let each breath grow slower than the one before. Let the thoughts that rise simply drift past, like clouds you do not have to follow. You do not have to finish any thought tonight. You do not have to solve, or plan, or figure out how the answer will come. That is mine to arrange. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Matthew 6:34. Let tomorrow be tomorrow's. Tonight is for rest. Tonight is for the deep, sweet, surrendered sleep of the child who has handed everything to a faithful father and has nothing left to hold. Feel how your body has grown heavy and warm and still. Feel the bed beneath you holding your weight, and beneath that, the everlasting arms holding all of you. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Proverbs 3:24. Sweet sleep, that is my gift to you tonight, my child. Not the thin and anxious sleep of one who lies awake calculating, but the deep, sweet, untroubled sleep of one who has cast every care on the one who answers, and who knows now, in the deepest place, that the answer is coming and the Father is faithful. There is nothing left for you to do tonight. You have prayed, you have waited, you have trusted, you have handed it over. Now you may simply rest, completely and without reservation, in the love of the one who heard every prayer and saw every tear and is sending the answer that belongs to you. He gives to his beloved even in their sleep. Psalm 127:2. You are his beloved, and even now, as you drift towards sleep, he is giving rest, giving peace, giving himself, and drawing your answer ever nearer through the quiet hours of the night. Sink down now, all the way down, into the deep rest that is waiting for you. Let go of the last thread of holding. Let the breath be slow. Let the body be still. Let the mind be quiet. Let the heart be at peace. The Lord himself watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Psalm 121:5. He is right beside you, watching, keeping, holding. You are safe, you are heard, you are answered, and you may rest now, fully, in the arms of the one who loves you and will not fail you. Let the song of the shepherd settle over your sleep, my beloved. For I am your shepherd, and you shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Psalm 23:1. You have felt the lack so keenly in this season of waiting, the absence of the answer, the empty place where the longing lives. But hear the promise of the shepherd, you shall not want. In my keeping, nothing good will finally be missing from your life. What you need, I will provide. What you lack, I will supply. The answer that belongs to you is part of how the shepherd makes sure his sheep lacks nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Psalm 23, 2 and 3. He makes me lie down. Even your rest is shepherded, my child. Let yourself be led tonight to the green pasture, to the still water, to the place of deep refreshing. You do not have to find your own rest by striving for it. The shepherd leads you into it. Lie down where he is leading you now, beside the quiet water, and let your weary, waiting soul be refreshed by the one who tends you with such care. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23, 4. The valley of the long waiting has felt dark, my beloved, but you have not walked it alone, and you will not walk what remains of it alone either. The shepherd is with you in the valley, his presence your comfort, his staff your guide, his nearness driving out the fear. And the valley is not your home, it is the passage. You are being led through it, toward the place where the table is set and the answer waits. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Psalm 23, 5. There is a table being prepared for you, my child. A place of provision and abundance and answered prayer, set by the shepherd's own hand. And your cup, so long half empty in the waiting, will overflow. The answer that belongs to you is part of the overflowing cup the shepherd is preparing. Rest tonight in the knowledge that the table is being set, even now, even while you sleep. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23, 6. Goodness and love are following you, my child, pursuing you, chasing you down, all the days of your life. The answer is one expression of that goodness, but the goodness itself will never stop following you, all your days, all the way home. So sleep now in the keeping of your shepherd, who leads you, feeds you, refreshes you, walks every valley with you, and makes sure that his sheep in the end lacks nothing. You are his, he is good, and the answer is coming. I want you to see your long waiting differently now, my beloved, as you rest. You have thought of it as wasted time, empty months and years in which nothing happened, time lost while you waited for life to begin. But your waiting was not empty to me. Every day you kept trusting me without seeing the answer. Every night you brought your prayer to me again. Every time you chose to believe in the silence. All of it was a kind of worship, precious in my sight, building something in you that ease never could. Those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. Isaiah 40, 31. The waiting itself drew you closer to me than the answer alone ever could have. In your seasons of plenty, you might have forgotten me. But in the long waiting, you learned to seek my face, to lean on me, to know my presence in the dark. And that knowing is worth more than the answer you were waiting for. I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. Philippians 4:11. That contentment, that deep rootedness in me, was being grown in you through the very waiting you thought was wasting you. So do not grieve the waiting as lost time. It was the soil in which your roots went deep. It was the school in which you learnt to trust. It was the long, quiet season in which I became more real to you than I had ever been. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. James 1:12. You have persevered, you have stood the test, and the waiting that felt like nothing was, in my hands, making you into someone who could hold the answer and not lose me in it. Let that reframe the years as you drift towards sleep. Not wasted, invested, not empty, deepening, not silence, intimacy. The God you have come to know in the long wait is the God who is now sending your answer, and you will receive it as a different person than you were when you first prayed. Deeper, stronger, more rooted, more his. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. Romans 8:28. Even the waiting, especially the waiting, all of it, worked into good. I want to lay one fear finally to rest tonight, my child. The quiet fear that has haunted your waiting more than any other. The fear that you have been forgotten. In the long silence, you began to wonder whether I had simply overlooked you, whether your prayer had slipped through the cracks, whether in all the vastness of the world you had become invisible to me. Hear me speak to that fear directly. Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has borne? Though she may forget, I will not forget you. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands, Isaiah 49:15 and 16. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands, my child. Not written in pencil, to be erased, engraved, carved deep, permanent, where I cannot help but see you every moment. You are not out of my sight, you are not forgotten, you are not one request lost in an endless pile. You are engraved on my hands, before my eyes always, impossible for me to overlook. Your name is on me, your face is before me, your prayer is held in hands that carry the very marks of how much I love you. And I have not been distant during your waiting, even when it felt that way. I have been near the whole time, closer than you knew, working in ways you could not see. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Psalm 105:18. Near, not far, not absent, not indifferent. Near to you the whole time you thought you were calling into emptiness. The silence was never my distance. It was the quiet of a God who was working so close to you that you could not see him, the way you cannot see the air that is keeping you alive. You have not been overlooked, my child. You have not fallen through any crack. The God who numbers the stars and calls them each by name has known your name and your need and your prayer this entire time. He determines the number of the stars and calls them each by name. Great is our Lord and mighty in power. His understanding has no limit. Psalm 147:4 and 5. The one whose understanding has no limit has not failed to understand your situation. The one who names every star has not forgotten your name. You have been seen, known, and held every moment of the waiting. So let the fear of being forgotten dissolve completely tonight. It was never true. It was the lie the silence told, and the silence was lying. You are engraved on my hands. You are near to my heart. You are seen by eyes that never look away from you. And the answer that belongs to you is the proof, coming to your door, that you were never forgotten for even a single moment of the long wait. Rest in being remembered, my child. Rest in being seen. You have always been, and you will always be, fully known and deeply loved by the God who is answering you. Let everything grow quiet now, my beloved. Let the room grow quiet, and your breathing grow quiet, and your thoughts grow quiet, until there is nothing left but the deep stillness and my presence within it. This is the hour the world calls empty, and I call holy. The deep middle of the night, when the striving stops, and the soul is most open, and I am most near. In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. Quietness and trust, that is all that is left for you now. Be quiet and trust. I heard you. I am answering. There is nothing left to do but rest in my keeping. If a worry tries to rise as you drift, let it go as quickly as it comes. It has no claim on you tonight. You have handed your prayer to me, and what is handed over does not need to be picked back up in the dark. You will keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is stayed on you. Isaiah 26:3. Keep your mind stayed on me, not straining, just resting, the way you would rest your eyes on a steady light. I am the steady light at the center of your night. Let your tired mind rest there, and let every worry that rises drift past it and dissolve, until there is nothing left but peace. Feel how completely you are held. Beneath you are the everlasting arms. Deuteronomy 33:27. Around you is the shelter of the Most High. Within you is the peace that passes understanding. Above you is the smile of a Father who heard your prayer and is sending your answer. You are surrounded, my beloved, on every side, by a love that has never failed you. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Psalm 139:5. My hand is upon you now, gently, the weight of it a comfort, holding you in the deep rest of the heard and the answered and the loved. There is nothing you must do now, nothing you must fix, nothing you must solve before you are allowed to rest. You may simply be held, be heard, be loved, be still. Cease striving, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Cease the striving that has driven you through the long waiting. It is enough now. You do not have to make the answer come. You do not have to keep watch. You may finally, completely, let go and fall, without fear, into the arms that have held you through every season of the wait. Let go now, my beloved, all the way. Let the last holding release. Let the body grow heavy and the breath grow slow, and the mind grow dark and quiet, and let yourself sink down into the deep, sweet sleep of the child who is heard and held and answered. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, Lord. Make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. In peace, in safety, in the keeping of the one who heard your every prayer, kept your every tear, and is sending the answer that belongs to you, watching over you now and all through the night until the morning light. I want you to understand, as you fall asleep, that the answer I am sending carries my whole heart toward you. It is not a transaction. It is not me grudgingly granting a request to be rid of your asking. When your answer comes, it comes wrapped in everything I feel for you, my delight in you, my tenderness toward you, my joy over you. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3:17. I rejoice over you, my child. The answer is the sign of that rejoicing, made visible, placed in your hands. You have thought of yourself, perhaps, as small and ordinary, your prayers as little things unlikely to move the heart of God, but you have never understood how I treasure you. You are my treasured possession. Exodus 19:5. When you pray, the God of all creation leans in to listen, because the one praying is precious to him beyond telling. Your prayers are not small to me. Your longings are not trivial to me. The thing you have been aching for matters to me because you matter to me more than you have ever dared to believe. This is why the answer belongs only to you, because it flows from a love that is fixed on you specifically, you personally, you as if you were the only one. I have called you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. The whole vast power of heaven bends toward one named, treasured child when that child cries out, and you are that child. The answer is not a generic mercy. It is the personal response of a father whose heart is full of love for the specific son, the specific daughter, who has been waiting and trusting and praying in the dark. So receive your answer when it comes, as the love letter it truly is. Read in it not only the solution to your problem, but the message beneath every answer I send. You are seen, you are treasured, you are mine, and I have never stopped loving you. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. Psalm 139:17 and 18. My thoughts toward you outnumber the sand on every shore. You have been on my mind every moment of your waiting, and the answer is the overflow of a heart that has never, for one instant, stopped thinking of you with love. Sleep tonight in the warmth of being so treasured, my child. Sleep as the beloved one, the named one, the one whose prayers move the heart of God. The answer that is coming carries all of that toward you. Not just provision, but love. Not just a solution, but the heart of the one who made you. As a bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will your God rejoice over you. Isaiah 62:5. Rest in being rejoiced over. Rest in being treasured. The answer is coming, and it carries my whole heart with it, straight to you, and your answer when it comes will not be for you alone, my child. It will become a light for others who are still in the dark you are about to leave, because you have waited so long and trusted through the silence and finally received. Your story will carry a hope that only a long-awaited answer can carry. I will comfort you in all your troubles, so that you can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort you yourself have received from me. 2 Corinthians 1:4. The comfort coming to you is meant to overflow, to reach the next weary heart still praying in the silence you are nearly through. There is someone in your life, you may not even know who yet, who is praying the prayer you have prayed, waiting the wait you have waited, wondering if their answer will ever come. And one day, when your answer has arrived, you will be the one who can look them in the eye and say, with the authority of someone who has lived it, do not give up. The answer is coming. I know, because I waited too, and mine came. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds. Psalm 9:1. Your testimony will be medicine for a heart that is where you are tonight. This is how I work, my child. I answer one, and through that one I strengthen many. The widow who received her answer became a sign to her village. The healed leper who came back became a testimony. Your answered prayer is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a hope you will carry to others. They triumphed by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Revelation 12:11. Your testimony, the simple story of what I did for you, will become a weapon of hope in the hand of someone who desperately needs it. So even your waiting has not been only about you. It has been preparing in you a depth, a compassion, a testimony that will one day be exactly what someone else needs. Nothing of your long season has been wasted. Not the tears, not the silence, not the years. All of it is being woven into a story that will give life to others. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. Romans 8:28. All things, even the long waiting, worked into good, not only for you, but for the ones your answered prayer will one day reach. But that is for the days ahead, my child. Tonight, simply rest in what is coming to you, and let the thought of how it will bless others be a quiet comfort, not a burden. The answer is yours first. Receive it fully, and in time, gently, the joy of it will overflow to others, the way light overflows a window into a dark street. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Your answered prayer will be a light, but tonight, just rest, and let the answer come, and let it be, first of all, yours. Rest tonight in the wonder of how undeserved your answer is, not as a burden, but as the deepest relief. You did nothing to earn it. You did not pray well enough, wait long enough, or become good enough to deserve it. It comes to you as a gift, freely, from a Father who delights to give. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, James 1:17. It comes down to you. You do not climb up to seize it. You open your hands and let it come, from a God whose goodness toward you does not depend on your performance. There is such freedom in this, my child. If your answer depended on your worthiness, you would lie awake tonight wondering whether you had earned it. But it does not depend on you. It depends on my love, my grace, my faithfulness, and those never fail. He saved us, not because of righteous things we had done, but because of his mercy, Titus 3:5. Because of mercy, that is the only reason you need, and it is the most secure reason there could ever be. Because my mercy does not run out and my love does not change. You can rest completely tonight, because what is bringing your answer is not your striving, but my grace. So lay down, once and for all, the exhausting belief that you must earn every good thing. You spent your life trying to be worthy enough to deserve a blessing. Tonight, discover the freedom of receiving what cannot be earned, only given. By the grace of God I am what I am. 1 Corinthians 15:10. By grace you are heard. By grace you are answered. By grace you are loved. There is nothing left to earn. There is only this, to receive, with open and grateful hands, what my love freely gives. This is the rest your soul has been hunting for all along. Not the rest that comes after you finally measure up, but the rest of being loved before you measure up at all. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is sufficient, sufficient for your waiting, sufficient for your weakness, sufficient to bring the answer your own strength never could. You may finally stop trying to be sufficient on your own, and rest in the sufficiency of the one who loves you and answers you by grace. So sleep in grace tonight, my child. Sleep in a love you did not earn and cannot lose. Sleep in the certainty that the answer coming to you is a gift, given freely, by a God who is good, not a wage you must keep working for. The gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 6:23. It is all gift, my beloved, from beginning to end. And the answer that belongs to you is one more gift from the hand of the one who has only ever wanted to give good things to the child he loves. Rest in the grace, rest in the gift, rest in the love that asks nothing of you, but that you open your hands and receive. Let this be the deepest sleep you have known in a long time, my child. Not the shallow, guarded sleep of one who lies awake watching for an answer that never seems to come, but the deep, abandoned sleep of one who has handed the whole matter to a faithful God and has nothing left to hold. You have carried this prayer for so long that you may have forgotten what it feels like to truly let it go. Let it go now. I am holding it. I am holding you. He who watches over you will not slumber. Psalm 121:3. You do not need to keep even part of yourself awake to make sure the answer comes. It will come. Sleep all the way down. Feel the last bit of tension dissolve from your body, from your forehead, your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, all the way down to your feet. Feel the bed holding you, and underneath it, the everlasting arms holding all of you. Feel your breath, slow and deep and unforced, each one a quiet gift from the one who first breathed life into you. There is nothing to do, there is nowhere to be, there is no answer you must produce by your own effort tonight. You can simply rest, fully and completely, in the keeping of the one who heard you and is answering you. Let your thoughts grow slow and dim now, like a fire settling into embers. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to finish them. Let them drift and fade. The day is over. Its cares are mine. The prayer is handed over. The answer is on its way. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. You have cast it. Now let it stay cast. Let your hands stay open. Let your mind grow quiet. Let the embers settle into the warm and peaceful dark of sleep. And as the sleep takes you, let the very last awareness in your mind be this: you were heard. Of all the things you feared, that your prayers vanished, that your tears went unseen, that you were forgotten, that the answer would never come, none of them were true. You were heard, you were seen, you are remembered, and the answer that belongs to you is on its way. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. 2 Kings 20:5. Let those words be the last thing in your heart as you drift into sleep. Heard, seen, answered, loved. And now, my beloved child, as the sleep gathers fully around you and the night deepens toward its rest, let me speak my blessing over you, the way a father speaks a blessing over a child he loves, the way I taught my people to bless the ones most precious to them. Receive it slowly. Let each word settle over you as you drift down into the deep and gentle sleep of the one who has been heard and is being answered. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Receive each line. I bless you. I, the one who heard your every prayer, am for you, and I am speaking good over your life. I keep you. Nothing of you is unguarded. I am keeping all of you and all of your answer. My face shines on you. You are not under my frown, but under my smile. I delight in you. I am gracious to you. I deal with you not by what you deserve, but by my mercy. I turn my face toward you. You are seen, you are heard, you have my full attention. And I give you peace. The deep, settled wholeness of the one who knows the answer is in good hands. I bless the prayer you have prayed for so long, and I declare that it was heard. Every word of it, and not one was lost. I bless the tears you cried in secret, and I declare that I saw them and kept them, and they were never wasted. I bless the waiting you have endured, and I declare that it was not empty, but was preparing both you and your answer. I bless the answer that belongs to you, and I declare that it is on its way, personal and certain and yours. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. I bless your night, that it would be deep and healing rest. I bless your sleep, that it would be sweet, for he grants sleep to those he loves. Psalm 127:2. I bless your mind, that the racing would still, and the peace of God would guard it. I bless your heart, that the long ache would be filled, and hope would rise. I bless your body, that it would rest and rise renewed. I bless your morning, that you would wake to mercies made new, and watch with expectation for the answer that is near. I bless the situation you handed me tonight, and I take it fully into my hands. I bless the worry you carried in, and I replace it with trust. I bless the door you have been knocking on, and I declare that it is about to open. I bless the cloud the size of a hand rising on your horizon, and I declare that the full rain is coming behind it. I bless every place in your life that has felt like silence, and I fill it with the certainty that you are heard. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. Psalm 34:15. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13. Overflow with hope, my child. Not a thin and fragile hope, but an overflowing one, poured into you by my own Spirit until it spills over the edges of you. This is my blessing over you tonight, that you would be heard and kept and answered and loved all the days of your life by the one who bent the heavens to listen to your whispered prayers and is sending, even now, the answer that belongs only to you. Let me stay with you a while longer as you fall asleep, my beloved, the way a father lingers at the bedside of a child he loves. I am in no hurry to leave. I have heard your prayers for so long, watched you wait so faithfully, longed to comfort you so deeply, that I will not rush away now that you are finally resting in my keeping. I will sit with you in the quiet. I will watch over your breathing as it slows. I will be the last presence you are aware of before sleep takes you, and the first when you wake. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Psalm 121:5. Right here, at your side, watching, staying. And I want you to hear, now that the night is nearly complete, what this message was. It came to you titled with a promise, that the answer belongs only to you, and that it comes tonight. And whether the full answer arrives with this dawn, or in a dawn soon to come, the deeper thing has already happened tonight. You have remembered that you were heard. You have laid down the fear that you were forgotten. You have handed your prayer to the one who holds it, and you have come to rest in the certainty that the answer is real and personal and yours. That is the answer beneath the answer, and it has already come tonight. The answer belongs only to you. I have said it all through this night, and I want it to be the truth you carry into sleep. Not a general blessing for a general crowd, not an answer meant for someone more deserving, yours, with your name on it, shaped for your life. Sent to the exact address of your exact need. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. No one else can receive what I have prepared for you, because it fits no one else's life. It waits for you. It is coming to you. And tonight you can finally rest in knowing it is yours. So there is nothing left tonight but rest and trust. Your rest and your trust in the one who never fails. You came to this night weary from waiting, perhaps half afraid the answer would never come. You may leave this night carried, held, and certain, because the God who heard you does not forget, and does not fail, and does not abandon the cry of his child. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. Hebrews 10:23. He who promised your answer is faithful. Rest in his faithfulness now, all the way down into sleep. Rest in being heard, my beloved. Rest in being seen. Rest in being answered. Rest in being loved. The prayer that has been the weight of your nights is now the joy of your Father's heart, and the answer is on its way, and you are held through the dark by the one who is bringing it. Sleep now, deeply and sweetly, the sleep of the child whose every prayer was heard and whose answer is near. The voice that listened to you is keeping watch over you and will be there, faithful and glad, when the morning comes. Let me speak my peace now over every part of your life, my beloved, so that no corner of it is left outside my care. I speak peace over your past, over the prayers that seemed unanswered, the seasons that felt wasted, the disappointments that made you wonder if I heard you at all. They are redeemed, and they were never the proof that I had forgotten you. There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Romans 8:1. Let the past rest in peace tonight, fully surrendered. I speak peace over your present, over the prayer you are still praying, the situation still unresolved, the answer still on its way. I have it now, and I am working in it, and you do not have to carry it alone for one more hour. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6. You have presented it. Now let it rest in my hands. Let the present moment be at peace, because the one who holds it heard you and loves you. I speak peace over your future, over the day your answer comes, and all the days beyond it. I am already there, already preparing the answer and the joy that comes with it. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. The future is not a threat, it is held by the one who is answering you. Let it rest in peace tonight. I speak peace over your body, that it would rest and be renewed. I speak peace over your mind, that the racing would still. I speak peace over your heart, that the long ache would be filled. I speak peace over your home, your work, your provision, your relationships, over every person you love and cannot protect, over every need you cannot meet, over every prayer still waiting to be answered. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Psalm 29:11. My peace over all of it, my peace over all of you. This is the peace the world cannot give and cannot take away, not the absence of waiting, but the presence of the one who hears. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. Let your heart be untroubled now, my child. Let the waiting no longer be a source of fear. Let the peace I am speaking settle over every part of you and every part of your life. like a deep snow that quiets the whole world until there is nothing left in you but stillness and trust and rest. Sleep now in that peace, my beloved. Peace over your past, your present, your future, your body, your mind, your heart, your home, your whole life. All of it is mine now. All of it is held. All of it is covered by the one who heard you and is answering you. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Let it guard you now, through every hour of the night until the morning comes. And as you drift down into the deep, my beloved, let me whisper over you once more the truths that are yours, so they go with you into sleep and rise with you in the morning. You were heard. Every prayer you prayed rose before me and was kept, and not one was lost. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. Psalm 6:9. Carry that into your sleep. You never prayed in vain. You were always heard. Your tears were seen. The ones you cried in secret, the ones you thought no one noticed. I saw every one and kept them in my bottle, and they were prayers I received. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. Psalm 56:8. Carry that into your sleep. Not one tear was wasted. Every one was heard. Your answer is on its way. It was given the moment you began to pray, and it has been traveling toward you ever since, and tonight it is nearer than it has ever been. I have come in response to your words. Daniel 10:12. Carry that into your sleep. The answer is not lost, not denied, not forgotten. It is coming, and it is near. The answer belongs only to you. It has your name on it. It was made for your life and could never belong to anyone else. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. Carry that into your sleep, deepest of all. Your answer is yours. It is personal. And it is coming to you, by name, to the exact address of your exact need. These are the truths that are yours tonight, my child. Not earned, not temporary, not dependent on how you feel in the morning. They are simply true, the way the ground is true. You were heard, your tears were seen. Your answer is coming, and it belongs only to you. The grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of our God endures forever. Isaiah 48. These words endure. They will be just as true in the morning as they are tonight. You were heard, your tears were seen. Your answer is coming, and it belongs only to you forever. When you wake tomorrow, my beloved, wake watching. Do not let the morning rush in with its old worries and crowd out the expectation I am planting in you tonight. Wake gently, and before the day pulls you under, pause and remember, I was heard. The answer is coming. And then watch. Watch for the small first sign, the cloud the size of a hand, the quiet beginning of the thing you have prayed for. I wait for the Lord, my whole being waits, and in his word I put my hope. I wait for the Lord more than watchmen wait for the morning. Psalm 130:5-6. Wait like the watchman waits for the dawn, certain it is coming, watching for the first light. You do not know which morning will be the morning your answer fully arrives. That is why I tell you to live watching, expectant, ready. The answer that was given the moment you prayed is drawing nearer every day, and one of these mornings, perhaps soon, you will wake to find it has come. Let your eyes be open for it. Be like the servant who looked toward the sea 7 times until the cloud appeared. Keep watching, keep expecting. The eyes of all look to you, and you give them their food at the proper time. You open your hand and satisfy the desires of every living thing. Psalm 145:15-16. And on the mornings the answer has not yet fully come. Do not be discouraged, and do not conclude that it is not coming. Remember Elijah's servant, who looked 6 times and saw nothing before the 7th look revealed the cloud. The empty looks were not failures. They were simply not yet the 7th look. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Keep watching, even after empty mornings. Your 7th look is coming. Your morning of arrival is coming. Do not give up on the look before the one where the cloud appears. So sleep toward the morning with expectation, my beloved. Not the anxious straining that wears you out, but the restful, certain watching of a child who knows the gift is on its way. Wake gently, remember you are heard. Watch for the answer, and carry through each day the quiet confidence that the one who heard you is faithful, and the answer that belongs to you is near. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40:31. Your strength will be renewed for the watching, my child. Hope in me. The answer is coming, and it belongs only to you. Let me settle one last certainty deep in you before sleep takes you fully. Nothing can stop the answer I have appointed for you. You have feared that something might block it, that you might fail in a way that forfeits it, that circumstances might close the door for good, that some power or person might take it from you. But hear me, my child. What I have purposed for you, no one can undo. What God has purposed, who can thwart him? When his hand is stretched out, who can turn it back? Isaiah 14:27. My hand is stretched out toward you with your answer. No one can turn it back. Your answer is not at the mercy of your circumstances, because I am greater than your circumstances. It is not at the mercy of other people's choices, because I rule over every heart. It is not even at the mercy of your own failures, because my faithfulness does not depend on yours. If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot disown himself. 2 Timothy 2:13. The answer is held by my faithfulness, and my faithfulness cannot fail. So you may rest tonight in complete security, not because you are strong enough to secure your answer, but because I am, and I have, and nothing in all creation can take from you what I have purposed to give. What I open, no one can shut. Revelation 3:7. The door of your answer is mine to open, and when I open it, no power on earth or in hell can shut it again. The enemy may have fought your answer, may have delayed it, may have whispered that it would never come, but he cannot stop it. He is not stronger than me. No weapon formed against you will prevail. Isaiah 54:17. Every weapon raised against your answer will fail, because the one bringing it is the Lord of hosts, and his purposes stand forever. The plans of the Lord stand firm forever, the purposes of his heart through all generations. Psalm 33:11. So release the fear that you might somehow lose your answer, my child. It is secured by a power infinitely greater than every force that could threaten it. It is held in hands that have never once been overpowered. It is appointed by a God who finishes what he begins and keeps every promise he makes. God is not human, that he should lie, nor a son of man, that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? Numbers 23:19. I have promised, I will fulfill. Rest in the certainty of a promise that cannot fail. Sleep then in total security tonight. The answer that belongs to you is not fragile, not uncertain, not in danger of slipping away. It is sealed by my faithfulness, guarded by my power, appointed by my unchanging purpose, and on its way to you by a road that nothing can block. Being confident of this very thing, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. He will carry it to completion. Nothing will stop it. Rest in that, my beloved, all the way down into the deep and peaceful sleep of the one whose answer is certain and secure and near. Breathe with me one last time now, slow and deep, as the sleep comes to take you fully. Breathe in and receive the peace of being heard. Breathe out and release the long weariness of the waiting. Breathe in and receive my nearness, here, close, never leaving. Breathe out and let go of everything, all the way into my keeping. There is nothing left to hold. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Psalm 121:7 and 8. I am watching over your life. You may close your eyes in complete safety. I have you, and I have your answer. Let the breath grow slower still. Let the body grow heavier. Let the mind grow dim and quiet, like a room where the lamp is gently turned down low. You came into this night with a flame of hope that had nearly guttered out after the long waiting, and I did not let it die. I cupped my hands around it and kept it burning, even when you could barely feel it. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smouldering wick he will not snuff out. Isaiah 42:3. Your small flame of hope is safe in my hands tonight. I am keeping it, and it will be burning brighter when you wake. You are drifting now, my beloved, down into the deep and gentle dark of sleep, and I am going with you. I will not leave you when you cross into sleep. I will be there in the deep, holding you when you are aware of nothing at all, keeping watch over the child whose prayers I have heard. When you awake, I am still with you. Psalm 139:18. When you wake, I will still be here, and your answer will be one night nearer than it is now. Through the whole night, I will not move from your side. There has never been a safer place for you to rest than exactly where you are right now. So let go, all the way, into the sleep. Let the last thread of waking release. Let yourself fall, without any fear, into the deep rest that is waiting, into the arms that are holding you, into the love that heard every prayer and is sending your answer. He grants sleep to those he loves. Psalm 127:2. You are loved. So now, sleep. Sweet, deep, peaceful sleep. The sleep of the one who is heard and held and answered. Sleep, my beloved child. The God who hears you has you now. Rest. Good night, my child. You are heard tonight. Every prayer, every tear, every silent longing you thought no one noticed. And the answer that belongs only to you is on its way. Given the moment you prayed, traveling toward you through every hour of your waiting, secured by a faithfulness that cannot fail, and nearer tonight than it has ever been. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Peace over your sleep, peace over your morning, peace over the answer that is coming, and over your whole life from this night forward. Rest now, beloved child. You are heard, your tears were seen, your answer is coming, and it belongs only to you. I will be right here, watching over you, faithful and near, all through the night until the morning light. Good night.